All right, so we are at Caney Lake this morning. We have a fun little trip today. We're gonna go out with Jeff Glover, and he's gonna share some stuff about his book today. We've got what he does for a living and that kind of stuff. It's gonna be an awesome episode. Y'all make sure y'all stay with us, stay tuned. It's gonna be good.
There's many a guy that it's like, I think you and I need to go fish and spend a day in a boat. Yeah. And between a day in the boat, kind of sorting out life's problems and catching a few fish and eating a big hamburger, you can definitely work through a number of things. And that's really, I think what got me through a lot of my work situation. Look how this rain's really kind of stained this water up.
Yeah.
It was just we were having to lay people off and different things towards the end of my career. And that was just no fun.
Right. Let's go and get mine back in the water.
All right, well, we got the shad spawn going on, so we're gonna try a 1-2 punch. I'm gonna give you a whopper plopper, which basically is just like a buzz bait, and then I'm gonna try a subsurface, and then we're just gonna go down this bank here. What I expect, there's a lot of, when they built the road, there's a lot of rock here, and then there's some grass there too. So I'm sure there's some brim bedding up around these pads. So maybe we'll get lucky. It's
nice.
It's always a good spot anyway. Yeah. But we'll give it a shot.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So we are out today with Jeff Glover, and awesome guy. He's got some great stuff going on. We're gonna talk about that here in a little while. But we're out here at Caney Lake in Chatham, Louisiana. So if you've never been out here, it is a beautiful fishery. It's one of the top lakes here in the state of Louisiana. So we've got a special guest on board today, little Tripp Gordon. If you don't know Tripp, go check him out. Put all his links right down here below as well. But he is a up-and-coming, phenomenal videographer. So so he's joining us today. Let's try to catch us some fish, man.
Let's do it, man. I'm
all right, we'll try not to backlash you here.
No, you can do it. I'm used to it. I'm getting a lot of salad this morning. But that's where the bass are. Bass are in the grass. Why don't you just pull a big one right out from underneath that church camp?
They still spraying a lot?
They did earlier this year. I
know it's a hot topic on the Facebook groups.
What I'm not sure is how fast. I mean, I know hydrilla's prolific.
Oh, yep.
Get him. Sweet.
First one in the boat, baby. Woo, what's the tank?
Now, I will tell you that I am a self-proclaimed small fish expert. So you get my boat, this is a small fish guide service.
Hey, man, it's all good.
Congratulations.
It's all good. Little small fry. We call these small fry in the crappie world.
Hey, man.
And these are the ones that eat the best right here.
Oh, look. It's just worth it to see them blow
there
up
he
on that topwater bait.
When you catch tanks like this right here, you got to let these right here go, because these are the big girls of the future right here.
Future personal best. That's right.
All righty. Let's set her loose.
Dang, and I forgot the net.
Oh man, yeah. Well, nothing wrong with that.
That's a good sign.
So today, here Jeff, we're throwing the little whopper plopper right here. Lots of grass up in this area, so.
I remember when that bait first came out, all the pros were fishing it, and it was just kind of like, that thing looks weird.
Yeah.
But they were just wrecking them on it, and
it's good for smallmouth. I've thrown it up on.
Oh yeah.
Like the Caddo and stuff.
Yep.
Up there. It's a good little bait. Uh-oh. Snuck one.
Hey, you know, I knew there should have been one there. That's one thing,
Oh,
you
you
know,
toying with him?
funny thing about the grass is that you sit there and you tell yourself, oh, it's just grass, and really once come up behind you. Oh, this is a good one to eat. So anyway,
That's nice.
fun fishing.
Awesome, brother.
Oh,
Woo! All right, Jeff is on the board.
finally,
He waited long enough.
small fish expert. Yeah, I never felt it. That's what was so funny, is that I literally thought it was grass. Usually when the fish hits, it's like a, thunk, you know, and that's like
That a few weeks ago. It just felt like grass and I was just dragging.
I just kept pulling on it, and I said, well, it's not very smart.
Well, I guess he's on there.
He'd been on there. He was just swimming with me.
What happens when you get little small ones like this?
Yeah, you can pull them, can't you? Tripp, I like you already. You're gonna fit well in this boat. Oh. Ooh.
It's a good one up there. Oh, did you see that?
I did. That's awesome. Get it, Tripp. Oh, what happened?
How'd he come off?
I don't know. I just hope this one comes off. This one.
Dude, that was a good one too. Oh.
Of course. This is a classic. We get this on film.
What are you doing
and
up
miss
here?
your blow up, you know. So I'm Air Glover. You know, it's like Air Jordan. It's Air Glover. Tell you a little tip. While you know the hardest thing about fishing is when all fishermen can never have enough fishing rods, right? So, real question is when you grab rods, is what pound line do you have on your reel? And so I've tried different methods, but what I found is that you can get these little Velcro, they're kind of like wiring harnesses where you would cinch down a group of wires, wire ties, and you get color coded. And so what I do is I have I use the red ones and wrap it around the butt of the rod. The red ones will be 8-pound line, yellow ones will be 10-pound line, the green ones are 12-pound line, and then 15 is, 14 or 15 is black. And then when I get above 15-pound line, I put on blue because the fish is going to be black and blue. You set the hook on something that strong, you're throwing a big bait. And so, but just a quick visual that I've found very helpful for fishing, because you've got multiple rods out, you're trying to figure out which one, if you want to retie baits and so forth. And then when we're constantly changing reels out and moving them to different rods, you just unvelcro this and put it on the next rod and just keep going with it. Take the little Velcro off. If you've got the reel sitting off to the side, just put the Velcro around the handle of the reel while it's off the rod. And if it's just a reel you're not going to use again, and then when you pick it up, you know what you have on it, and so you don't have to guess. And line size does matter in certain times of the year for sure, and it's just an easier way to keep up with it and save you money because keep you from reaching food. All right, way to go. Get him, Tripp. Don't want to move him too fast.
Woo, baby. Got one done. Come on now. Nice Caney Lake bass. Those are fun to catch, man.
I'm telling you.
It's a good size to catch.
Yeah, he hit it pretty hard.
Yeah.
It was a no-doubter. I like the no-doubters.
Little drop shot. All right. Look at him. Swim on. To bite another hook another day, buddy. Ain't nothing like catching a crappie with a foot of line out
Yeah.
with a 10, 11-foot pole and a 12-foot kayak.
Yeah. So where do you put them? You have a live well in that thing? Or you
Well,
pull
you
a
can put
basket?
them, some people put them in like ice chest. I have a Darbone now with that 7-fish limit thing.
Yeah.
If I'm really into it. So what I did, first time I had them all on a stringer. So now what I do is I have one of those.
All right, Kobe, you want
here
to
we
film
go.
this one?
Here we go. Jeff connects.
This one is, there he is.
That's a nice one, bro.
Finally found one worthy of video footage.
Playing with him.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
There we go. Thought I was in the grass. I was. So was he.
On the board.
There you go.
It's a pretty fish right there.
Caney Lake football. Look at the girth on that. He's probably been out here eating shad. Got a little cull tag. Somebody caught him in a tournament, released him. Thank you. Pretty solid little fish. Probably 3 pounds maybe. So, all right, buddy. There you go.
Awesome. So,
I'm sorry, I was,
there he goes.
I think I called you Kobe. I'm sorry, Tripp. I'm sitting there thinking about Kobe Dark. My apologies. So did I tell you the story, you know, basically about the book? I was out here fishing and, you know, I had kind of worked a little bit with Fishers of Men and had, you know, done weigh-ins and kind of helped them set up and stuff like that. So really just got to thinking about it. There's so much relaxation with fishing. I spent so much time as a kid out on the water, and then, you know, later in life found myself in a corporate job that was very intense, and, you know, parenthood and a lot of responsibilities, and aging parents and taking care of them and different things like that. And just was out here and it's like, God, you know, God's been so good to me.
Yeah.
And I'm able to come down here and fish and just relax and just kind of clear my mind. It really kind of puts it in perspective. Most people don't spend enough time just relaxing and in terms of being out in a quiet place. And so, you know, one thing the good Lord did do on a frequent basis is that he escaped prey and solitude. And so this is kind of, you know, my solitude in a way. I'd come out here and make all kinds of business decisions, but I just kind of started playing around and said, well, can I write some fishing devotions? And so mainly around bass fishing. And, you know, you fish long enough, you have all kinds of stories, you know, like getting shot at on the water and having bullets almost hit you, and just different things you learn. One of the funniest stories is like a spot like that where we had, you know, 3 boats piled up, and a friend of mine and I, we were sitting there, we were catching fish, and these guys pull up and they're like, well, what are you catching them on? And, you know, fishermen are notorious liars. And so we're sitting there looking at one another. You know, when you're on a pattern, you spend a lot of time figuring it out in terms of the bait selection and the presentation and all. Sometimes, you know, you're a little reluctant to share. And so he looked at me and said, just tell them the truth. they won't believe you anyway. They'll think you're lying to them. Just go ahead and tell them the truth. He said, we can't lie. You know, we're not built to lie. And so I started writing some fishing devotions, and really just kind of made them like one page, and just kind of a scripture focal point, kind of built it on fishing, and really didn't know anything about how to publish it. And so shared them with some friends, and they said, man, these are all right. You know, especially people that fish, they can understand some of the technique stuff that's in there.
Right.
And so I wrote 90 something, and so they sat. I wrote them. I put them in a notebook at home, and they sat there for 7 years. And so I was sitting there, and every now and then, you know, I'll go over to YouTube. You know how most of us learn different things on fishing on YouTube or different things like that. And I was just scrolling through Billy Graham videos, and there was a 4-minute one that said life is short, and then you know, Billy goes through it, and it's very impactful. It's like, you know, if you really think about it, your life expectancy is short. You know, if you're going to do something good, do it now. What are you waiting for? If there's something good that you can do to help someone else, if you can say an encouraging word, or if you can do something nice for someone, or if you can make a decision that changes your life and it's better for your family or your business, you know, what are you waiting for? And so I was like, dang, man, I've got this, you know, 95 devotions on the shelf in a dusty notebook. I was like, yeah, I can see this now. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get to heaven, and God's gonna say, yeah, great devotions that nobody read because, you know, they're sitting on a shelf in your office. And so I said, well, let me see what I can do. And I called my friend back up that had done some publishing. She was at a point in her life where she's like, you know, I've got some time to work on that. Why don't you just send it to me, and I'll get with some of my publishing contacts, and we'll see what we can do. And man, they took it and ran with it. And so ended up, I guess, last summer coming out with printing it on Amazon. And it's called Devotions for Fishermen, A Walk on Water with Jesus. And it's basically about 35 devotions.
Yeah.
And the target is, we've been putting these books out in 10 devotion pamphlets and giving them to the fishers of men. And ultimately, we'd like to partner with Fellowship of Christian Athletes, because if you think about how many high school and college fishing teams, and a lot of the fishing's on the weekend. I mean, you're not able to be a regular church attender if you're a bass fisherman and a serious tournament fisherman. It's almost like being in travel ball.
Kind of like cowboy church.
Yeah, exactly.
In a way, yeah.
And so what we've been doing with the book is just really getting it out there, and we take the proceeds from the book and reinvest it in free materials that we distribute. And so it's been kind of fun. It's been a learning experience, and we still have a lot to learn with regard to marketing and things like that. But, you know, it's really just a step of faith, because everything about fishing is faith. You know, we're sitting here on this spot. We don't know how many fish are here. Now, we can look in the sonar, we can, you know, but we're still, even if we knew there were fish here, and there are, that, okay, we have to have faith that we have the right bait. We have to have the right knot, the right presentation. When you set the hook, you have to have faith that you're going to get him in. And, you know, so there's so much to it. And the irony of it is, to me, is you look at Jesus, his main men were fishermen.
Right.
Israel is not a land with a lot of water. I mean, when you really think about it, you don't think about fishing over there. You know,
true, yeah.
olive groves, you think, you know, it's a pretty arid climate, a desert type terrain. So it's like, all right, he ends up with a bunch of fishermen, which, you know, it's pretty good. But anyway, just been an interesting opportunity to, you know, make a little difference and spread the word, and connect with men. You know, there's so many men's meetings now and men's retreats and different things like that. It's just people can relate to things, sports in particular.
Right.
You know, sports are so big.
Just having that connection with the outdoors.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
do I go hunting? You know, fishing. You know, definitely hunting. You're sitting up in a tree.
Absolutely.
And you're just staring out at God's creation. And I mean, yeah, it's a lot of prayer time, a lot of self-reflection.
Sure.
You know, and that kind of stuff. And yeah.
A lot of praise.
Yeah.
You know, you look at how beautiful everything is.
Yeah.
So I hadn't seen a bald eagle this morning, but we'll see one before the day's over with.
Hey, before we get moving too quick, man, tell me about MGM, right? Is that the name of it?
MGM Development Group is a company that I founded with a couple of other Christian businessmen, and basically our focus is building gated senior citizen retirement communities, and our primary clientele are widows. So we serve, you know, you look at it this day and age, people want to feel safe. They want community, so we build these gated senior citizen communities, put like medical exam facilities in the clubhouse, put Wi-Fi throughout for remote medical monitoring. We're building hurricane-resistant senior citizen development right now in Lake Charles. We're building a hurricane-resistant multifamily in Alexandria. We're about to finish a 76-unit hurricane-resistant senior development in West Monroe. And so it's just really something that's needed, particularly with the aging of the population. And really, Craig, to be honest with you, it creates a lot of healthcare opportunities because we, you know, the facility is open to the public in terms of local healthcare practitioners coming out and doing physical therapy and other things. We put some equipment out there as well to kind of facilitate that in a number of our developments, on-site medical exams, and things like that, and just provide that type of opportunity. And to the extent that you can create more health and wellness opportunities for senior citizens, that definitely helps the healthcare business, because I didn't realize this till I got into the business, but 50% of the disposable income for a senior citizen goes on housing and healthcare. So if you provide them with better housing, with lower utility bills and things like that, they're able to spend more on healthcare, and they live longer. And so that's the best thing about it. And I mean, you look at it, loneliness is a terrible thing for senior citizens. So when you put them in a community, these are gated communities, 55 and older. We typically have no children that are allowed to live there. So it's a quiet senior citizen only type environment. And you know, again, people want to stay in the community where their ties with the local church and high school, colleges, and so forth, and it just creates a great opportunity for them. So, pianos in all the clubhouses, so people can come out and do Bible studies and things like that. We try to facilitate that. Bingo.
Game time.
Yeah, boy, bingo.
Stuff, Well, cool.
You can't beat bingo.
We're gonna make a run. We're gonna ask him a couple more things here in a minute about maybe some future plans that they may have with that if he wants to share with us. But we're gonna try to go find some fish.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Need a net?
Whew. We got one in the boat.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Yo, come on now, don't be doing that to me.
Yeah, don't grab his mouth. That hook's probably poking out.
Oh no, I grabbed him in the fin.
Ah.
Come on now. I've got a hook out of a fish once or twice in my life.
Oh, you know, when I first started fishing with those hooks, I had a hard time.
There we go.
Just based on size. And then I was like, I can't believe that hook will keep that fish pinned so well. But it is a great little hook.
Yeah. Got it. Still drop shotting. Still drop shotting.
That's the thing
on the
about
edge of
drop
these grass
shot
beds.
And of course, there's one. Film this one. Film this one. This one is a good one. This one's worthy.
You stay on him.
Get him out there jumping. Can Tripp.
Yeah, get him out there. Go ahead.
Yeah. You called it, Craig. You said we need to get a couple more in the boat.
That's right. A couple more. Are you playing with him? Oh, you got my line. That's what happened there.
Ooh. Let's see. Pull that up.
Pull it
straight
up. Pull it straight up, Tripp.
Yep.
Thank you. Need a net?
Nah.
Nice one. Woo!
There we go.
That's a good one right there.
Caney Lake football.
Slump, slump, slump. Let's go and get mine back in the water.
Yeah.
There you go. He gone.
Hey, we had a double.
We did have a double.
Yeah.
Give me some on that.
All right. You're the man.
Yeah.
Have an outstanding and improving day. That's a
Boom.
chunker. Yeah, I was hoping
I needed a good intro.
Yeah, there you go.
Bro.
A double.
A double.
I'm casting over here on the left. This thing's kind of a point. And, you know, I told you, you get down on the end, and I was throwing to the left side, you throwing to the right. I said, well, you just never know. They're roaming around out there.
Glad I could help you, man.
Shoot.
That's what I'm here to do.
Well, I'd rather you have caught it.
No. No, man.
All fun.
Woo!
Really thought that one was going to go over 5, but I guarantee you it was 3.5.
It's good fish.
I was wondering what you're pulling in there.
Good fish.
Full line dragging out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's classic. I said, I was about to get wrapped up in this other rod. What are the chances? You know?
Rookie. Why'd your rod land in the water?
No, I mean, it's just the fish was smart enough to run to it. You know, really, from my standpoint, we as a company have partnered with Wounded Warriors. And as we go into other markets, particularly those with a large veteran population like Shreveport or Alexandria, where there have been a lot of military bases or nearby military bases, one of the things we're trying to do is to reach out and provide a lot of our veterans good housing with good healthcare access, particularly those that may have disabilities relative to service in the field and may have been injured. And we really give them first shot at our handicap accessible units, because I mean, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah,
and so
sure.
We're very excited about that and partnering with Wounded Warriors and see where that goes. And there's such a shortage of services and availability out there, and people just need to be aware of, you know, how many people are out there in need, particularly when you get over multiple generations, all the way going back to the Gulf War. Then you get to you know, the second Gulf War, and then you get Afghanistan, and then we still even have some Vietnam veterans that are in some of our housing. And so we're just so thankful to be able to give back.
That's awesome, Jeff. So his book, you can go on Amazon. We'll put those links right down here below. And the official title, so I don't get this wrong.
It's A Walk on Water with Jesus.
A Walk on Water with Jesus. That's the official title on Amazon.
If you want to find it, you probably need to look for Devotions for Fishermen, A Walk on Water with Jesus.
Very cool.
That link.
And I'll put that link right down here below. You can check that out. I'll put a link. I know y'all have a Facebook page that I've been to. Is there an actual company website as well?
There is. I think it's jeff.glover.fish. I'll get that for you.
Well, I'm talking about for the MGM.
Oh, yeah. We don't have a website yet.
But you have the Facebook page. I've seen that.
Just low key and
Yeah.
doing our thing. We have 5 or 6 developments open, several under construction. The next one to open will be in West Monroe West, then a mile from Bayou D'Arbonne Wildlife Refuge and the boat ramp out there, and it'll be gated as well. I told Kim, I said that's another one I might move into and just go deer hunting and go duck hunting, deer hunting, and fishing right there.
Yeah.
Great, 76 unit community for senior citizens is about to open probably in August.
That's outstanding, man. Yeah, I just want to thank Jeff for bringing me out here today. We've had a fun day out here in Caney. We've had a good time. We got a little bit longer to fish, not a whole lot of time. I got to get back home, but we've had a great time. It's been fun getting to kind of hear what Jeff and his company and everything are doing here in the state of Louisiana, and for the people of the state and the economy and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, main important thing as well, y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this kind of stuff, you want to recommend someone, put it down in the comments, shoot me a DM. My email. Brought to you by Bazooka and Trolley.